What's up, family? So this live is entitled, "What are your daily basic common needs?" What are your daily basic common needs? Let's have a conversation. What are your basic daily? What are your What are your daily basic common needs? Check this out. I don't know if I should be doing this, but I'm gonna do it. No, I ain't gonna do it. This lady. I brought my son to the pool. This lady. It's time for them to go. This lady. She is. Hold on. She right here. This lady brought her daughter to the pool. It's time for them to go, and it's time for them to go, and the little girl trying to leave, so she's running around the pool. Like she was like literally wrestling with her. And then the little girl, she broke away and jumped back in the water. And the lady had to get back in there after drying off to go and get her. She kicked out. But anyway, what are your daily basic common needs? The reason why I'm asking is because I'm building a community, and I want to get to know my people. You know, so if there's anything that I can help, assist, or meet the needs of my people. I want to know who they are. I want to know what the needs are, and and at some point, I wanna start, meeting you guys' needs in any way I can, or any way that I'm permitted to. So right now, nothing really heavy that I'm here to talk about. Like I said, I'm going to start building a community. Hey, what's up, family? I'm gonna start building a community, and I wanna know who my people are. I wanna know, what are some basic common needs that you may have, that you sometimes lack. And hope to be a vessel to each and every one of you, where God can use me and bless you guys in any way that you need. And I think in Philippians, it reads, my God is able to supply all of your needs according to His riches and glory in Christ Jesus. So God's main priority is meeting the need first. Oftentimes we go to Him based on our wants, our desires, and He's not against that, but He's more interested in supplying your needs first. And when your needs are met, then we can go to the wants and desires. And that's why a lot of us fall behind in our with our bills and everything, is because we know what our needs are, but because we see things that we want and we feel like, oh, if I don't do it now, the sale is not going to be here when I can afford it. So let me just go ahead and get it now, and I'll figure out the rest later. And we have that mentality, and we find ourselves in debt. We find ourselves falling behind, of our daily responsibilities, and when it comes down to meeting the needs, we spent our money on the desires and the wants, and now we're struggling, we're stressed out. Like, I mean, and it's a tough situation. And I've been guilty of it for many of years. I've been guilty of it for many of years, and man, it's hard, you know. So again, I'm just in the process of building a community. I just want to know who my people are, who really rock with me, and I can tell by the comments that comes in when I'm on live, and then also when I'm able to go back and view the live, the comments that's being said, and just I see all the comments, and there are a few people that I always see them active in the messaging, and trying to engage in dialogue, and it's I just want to know who really rocking with me, and if there's any way I can meet your needs first. If there's any way I can meet your needs, then I want to know what their needs are, and I want to know how I can meet them, or at least God will let me know how I can meet their needs, and in what manner I can, so yeah, that's basically what this live is about, kind of like getting to know you guys, and just knowing how I can meet your needs. Where are some of you guys from? If you don't mind me asking. I'm here at the pool with my little dude. My guy right there. Recently he learned the first stages of swimming, and that's doggy paddling. You can't tell him nothing now. Where are some of you guys from? What do you do for a living? Me, I drive trucks. I've been driving since I got my CDL back in 2012, I believe. Yeah, 2012. So like, I can't go into all these. I can't go into full detail, tell you everything about me right now, because I don't know exactly what I'm. Like, you have to. The more you follow me, the more you'll learn more about me. The more you'll learn my heart. My heart, and what my purpose in life and what I'm here for. So you'll know, because just like it's important for me to get to know who's rocking with me, and who's on this journey of life with me. It's important for you to know who I am too. It's important for you to know my heart. What, like, when I'm coming on here, it's like I'm not asking you for anything. I'm not trying to get something out of you. Where that's what a lot of individuals' MO is. But they come on, they reel you in so you can begin to trust them, and then before you know it, now it's like you learn what they really about. You learn what their angle was from the get-go. So it's important for you to get to know who you are following, and who you're rocking with. So you can build that rapport, that trust, and and ultimately it's about family with me. You know what I mean? It's about getting to know one another, and then being able to be there for one another, however we can. Not stretching ourselves thin, or putting ourselves in a situation, but if it's anything that we can do to help one another with, and we feel like it's what God putting on our hearts, then that's what we should embrace. Man, it's 100 degrees out here in Texas, man. No sir. Super hot out here. I told my man, hey, I'm gonna give you an hour. You know what I mean? I'll give you an hour. What is some of you guys' profession? And how do you enjoy it? Do you love what you do? Or it's something else that you're supposed to be doing right now. You just doing it, to pay bills, or you created a lifestyle for yourselves, and what you doing every single day is helping you maintain that lifestyle. If you don't feel comfortable with sharing, that's fine. I don't want you to make you feel uncomfortable in any way. But what are some of you guys' careers and professions that you do? I've been driving I've been in the trucking industry for like 12 years, and soon after I started driving, I'm like, yeah, I don't know about this. You know what I mean? But I'm here. I have a reason. I have a purpose, a mission here in the trucking industry, and one thing about it, once God has a calling on your life, and He begins to reveal to you like what your assignments are, it's just one of them type of deals where it's like you have to submit to it, because as Jeremiah 29 says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you, not to harm you, plans to bring you hope in the future." So He revealed those things. He revealed to us His plans for our lives in increments. Like, you ever go to the movies and they show like 15, 20 minutes of previews of the hot movies that's coming out? So that's kind of like what God does. He gives us visions, He gives us dreams to fill us in, to enlighten us with what some of His plans are for our lives. That's why it's important to like take dreams and visions serious enough to take them back to God and find out, like, is this what you're trying to show me what my future looks like? Is it something that you're trying to show me that you're going to need me to do at some point in my life? Is it something that I'm supposed to be doing? That's very important, because a lot of us, we get caught up in what people call it, like the rat race of life, on a hamster wheel of life, just going to work and, to pay bills and, enjoy ourselves here and there, but can't really do it to the fullest, because the job that we're at, it only pays so much, it's good for the time being, but at some point, like, you're gonna have to figure it out, because you're gonna get burnt out here. And my whole thing is, why not find out what you enjoy doing, what you see yourself doing, like, for years and years to come. That way, instead of being a slave to our everyday job, stuck there for 5 and 10 years doing the same thing that we absolutely hate. Why not get it right the first time, or start the journey of learning what I would enjoy doing, so I can start getting in that space now. That way, at least the job that I'm at now, I know it's temporary, and I'm okay with that. But right now, I have to work here because it's my means, it's my livelihood. But while I'm doing my livelihood, I'm also doing little things on the side, whether it's like a hobby or, something that I'm starting. I'm investing my time, maybe, money, and that I'm enjoying doing, that I enjoy doing, and hope to be able to do it full time at some point. And that's where the visions That's where the visions, that's where the dreams that God reveals to us come into play. Our passions, the things that we love to do, not necessarily skilled at, because where we're skilled at something, that doesn't mean that, that we're going to enjoy doing it. It just means we're skilled at it and we can probably make a good living out of it. But that does not fulfill us. And because it does not fulfill us, we become a slave to doing it every single day. Why? Because it's our lifestyle. It's providing us a living. And really, is it living? Would you consider that living? So when that happens, like, we sell ourselves short of a life that God, like, truly created us to have and to experience and enjoy. We become a slave to our jobs, and it's because it pays well. But we hate what we do. So that's another reason why I ask, like, what are some things that you enjoy doing in life? What are you doing for your career every day? So we can kind of like shift from what we're looking at now, the money, what we get paid doing every single day, to focusing on some things that that we enjoy doing, things that we are passionate about. So where we giving our job 40 to 50 hours a week, every single day we can put in an hour in that thing that we are passionate about doing, the things that we enjoy doing, investing an hour of our day, dedicated to that specifically. And that way we'll have some type of fulfillment in our everyday life, and also something to look forward to as we continue to invest in doing that, growing and doing that on a larger scale for a longer period of time. But if all we're focused on is going to work and making this money, we're going to look up when we're like 40, 50 years old, like, man, what did I do with my life? So yeah, I'm just trying to get to know you guys a bit, get to know a little bit about you, know what some of your needs are. So at some point, I'll be able to, assist you in providing for some of those needs. Hey, you ever go on Facebook or Instagram and you see people, they go live, and they listen to music and they making all these faces while they jamming out, and it's like you're waiting on them to say something. 10 minutes in, and they haven't really said too much of nothing. They still vibing to the music. Are you one of those? It's like your entire life was basically to get me to watch you on your live while you're not really saying too much of nothing. Would you consider that's what I'm doing right now? Hey, I did a live yesterday around like 5:30, 6 o'clock. How many of you guys were present for that? If so, what are your thoughts? Did it help you in any way? If you did not check it, if you did not If you did not see it, please go back and watch that. Please go back and watch that. The thumbnail is, I think it's the struggles in life, and then it's inevitable. Go and watch that. I shall say I encourage you to go and watch it. So yesterday's live was about, you know, how to. It's titled "How to Overcome Your How to Overcome the Dark Clouds in Your Everyday Life." How to overcome the dark clouds in your everyday life. If you wasn't in attendance for that yesterday, please go back and watch that. Please go back and watch that. Because obviously we all hit seasons of our lives where we encounter struggles. These struggles, these adversities, these hardships that we encounter in life, like it creates stress. Corin, I'm saying it right. Hey, how you doing? Welcome to this live. Where you from? If you don't mind me asking. Again, right now, like God didn't have me going crazy with these lives for the past 2 weeks. I've been doing this for like 6 years. I probably, the amount of lives that I've done in the past 2 weeks is probably the most lives I've ever done in a single year. And God is truly up to something. It's something that He's trying to teach us, and it's something that He's trying to get us to do. There are some things He's trying to get us to understand, and there are things that He's trying to get us to accept as it relates to our everyday lives. For me, it may be different. It may be different for you. For you, it may be different for me. But He's trying to reach each and every one of us for a reason. And so I said all that to say, I don't know why I said all that, but yeah, yesterday's live. So yeah, that's what I was. So we all encounter struggles in life where these hardships, these seasons, the storms that we encounter in life, it, depending on what the seasons of hardships that we go through is for, it can cause, sometimes it makes us want to give up. It makes us want to give up. It causes us to become discouraged at times. It causes us to slip off into a depression. It causes us sometimes to start doing drugs, questioning our existence while we're here. In some cases, the devil used those moments, those situations to make us want to end our lives. And a lot of it is because we don't know why the struggle. We don't understand why we have to go through it. We don't have the right perspective that we need to get through the struggles of life that we encounter. And because of it, It's easier for us to believe the lies that the devil tells us. It's easier for us to surrender ourselves over to him, believing the lies, thinking that he can offer us a better life, something much more greater than God actually offers us. And we believe those things because we have a vague understanding of who our Lord and Savior is and the place that he must be in our lives. And a lot of that comes from bad teaching, bad theology, just different things like that, and we expect God to be there for us whenever we need, every single time, and it don't necessarily work like that. He's always there with us. He's always there for us, but because we have a false idea of who he is and who he's supposed to be in our lives, we turn our backs on him because he's not the genie that we thought he was. So when we go through the struggles in life, we don't have the proper tools that we need that helps us in those storms of life. We have a wrong perception of who he is. So when we are going through things in life, we find ourselves going at it alone, at least thinking we're at it alone. He's there all alone, but we're not focused on him. We're not focused on his will and his purpose because we're too busy focused on the things that we are going through in life. And all we know that what he's supposed to be doing, he's not there for us. And we turn our backs on him in those seasons of life, and his reason and purpose for it, we never find out the why. We never find out the why we're going through it. What he needs to happen to us internally, it doesn't happen. So the fruits that's supposed to come with it externally, we miss out on it. So yesterday live, it was specific mindset things, it was specific perspectives that we must have. It's the understanding that we must have that helps us in those storms of life, that helps us get through those storms of life. So if you did not go, if you wasn't in attendance for that live yesterday, or you haven't watched it, please go back and check it out. Especially if you are going through something right now. That live yesterday, that message yesterday, it will truly help you where you are, and it will help you get through what you are currently going through. Josiah. Josiah, are you good? I have a question for you. To some of you guys, like whenever you're going through the struggles of life, what is some ways that Or what are some things you usually do that helps you cope with the struggles and storms of life that you go through? What are some of your coping go-tos, and and how does it help you? Is it long term or is it temporary? I'm in your business now, okay? I mean, judge me, but know that I am definitely here for you. So I'm in your business. I'm in your business, but uh, I am definitely here for you as much as God permits. I will share with you something that helped me cope when I'm going through difficult seasons of my life. Maybe it can help you, maybe not. Um, my biggest, I would say, my my most effective my most effective tool that I use that helps me get through the struggles in life that I encounter. Maybe you can use it. And I say it a lot. It's perspective. You might be like, oh, that's it, but that helps me a lot. That truly helps me a lot. Um, and that perspective is attached to that perspective is attached to what I know to be true. My perspective is definitely my tool that I use to keep from giving up. It has everything to do with what I believe, and based on what my belief is, it's what I know to be true. So, is your tool that you use to get through the tough times in your life, does it provide you peace? Does it give you the right understanding that you need to help you keep going? Or you just haven't figured that thing out. You just take it one day at a time, and every day you wake up, you hope today will be better than yesterday. And with that, do you actively do something that contributes to your day becoming better? Or are you just kind of reactive and whatever happens, happens? Because believe it or not, like that has a lot to do with your mindset and your perspective as well. And oftentimes when we are being reactive to whatever happens to us in life, that's exactly what happens. We become reactive. So whatever happens, happens. However the weight, the load is just dumped on us, and we're just forced to carry that weight. However long it's going to last, it has we have no control of it. But then, although we have no control of it, we become subject and a slave to it, to where we become stressed out, to where we become overwhelmed, to where we find ourselves unhappy and slipping into depression and questioning our existence. Why am I here? And like all those different things. And if that's if that's what if that's the state if that's the state that you come to every single time you are going through a struggle, whatever whatever your way of coping with it is, it's unhealthy. It's not working. It's not healthy. It's not working. And what I want to provide a healthy way of provide you with a way that's healthy, and it'll help you be okay in your tough struggles, seasons of your life, and it also helps you get through it too. So when I'm speaking about the live that I did yesterday, the message that God led me to give on yesterday, that's what yesterday live was about. So if you did not, if you wasn't in attendance for that live yesterday, please go and watch that live. Please go and check that live out. But yeah, how do you cope with some of the struggles that you deal with in life? I have a couple more minutes. I'm gonna be here, then I'm gonna have to hop off. But still, please put in the comments below. I always go back to the comments. I always go back to the comments later when I'm able to review them, because I want to know who my people is and who I'm rocking with, or who's rocking with me, because I want to get to know you more. And that way, based on whatever God created, whatever God lead me to create, present, or put together, then I can have you in mind. I can have your need in mind. And I know who you are. And I'll be able to provide you any assistance, any help that I can. But strategically though, not just shoot in the air, expecting it to hit the bullseye. I need to know what the bullseye is. And the bullseye that I'm seeking is knowing what your needs is. Your needs is my bullseye. So even after I get off of here, feel free to drop it in the comments below. Even if you catch this live later or tomorrow or next week, next month, put in there. I'll still I think I still receive the notifications, but like I said, I always go back and check out the comments that was left in the live again, so I can get to know who's rocking with me. And also so I can, supply some needs around this joint, man. One of the things that I started working on today, although God gave me kind of like the structure pertaining to like routines. I've shared a bit on it periodically, but these guys are attacking. Is routine. One of my biggest things is routine, and it's very important because we all have a routine in life. Handle your business, brother. Huh? Yeah, I got it. Please, that way and over. So one of the things that I speak on quite a bit is routine, because everyone have a routine, but not everyone have a routine that serves them. So my when it comes down to routine, my goal is to help you find balance in your everyday life. When we have balance in our everyday life, it minimizes stress. Hey, we're gonna give it maybe about like another 30 more minutes, okay? Hey, drink some of your water. You hear me? Good. Hold on, y'all. Let me respond to my wife real quick. Okay.
Wait a second. Oh no, I didn't.
So, as I was saying though, so the routine as it relates to a routine, we all have a routine. Like just think about whenever you wake up in the morning. Like what do? Wake up. A lot of you go on your phone, see what's happening on social media, check emails. Then from there you get up and you go to the restroom. And from there you go to the kitchen, make you something to eat, or you watch TV for a little bit. Like everyone have a routine, but not everyone routine serves them. Meaning we have a routine, but it's not a routine that's constructed, or it's not a routine that's strategically constructed to where we become productive in our everyday life. So in that case, it's not serving us. So so when it comes down to a routine, my goal is to help you find balance in your everyday life. You ever heard of work-life balance? Like a lot of us are getting beat up by life because we live our lives in a reactive state. Meaning whatever happens, happens. Like we have no control of our everyday. Granted, God is in full control, but we're giving responsibilities. We all have responsibilities, but we become stressed out and overwhelmed with our responsibilities because we haven't structured our routine to where if we obey this routine that we have, then we'll find ourselves being productive. We'll have control over our lives. We'll know we know exactly what we need to do. We know when we need to do it. We know how long we need to do it by, or how long it takes for us to do it. And when we do that, we're able to have some control of our lives to where it's like now I have an hour to focus on my goals. I have 30 minutes to focus on rest. I have 30 minutes of some me time. I have 30 minutes to go to the gym. I have 30 minutes to do this. I have 30 minutes to do that. But our lives don't look like that. We find ourselves, our responsibilities are a burden to us. And that's because we have not constructed our routine to where we are productive, we are effective, we are efficient in our everyday life. So my goal is to help you find balance in your everyday life. So right now I'm putting something together that will that will help you find balance in your everyday life? What does that look like? Well, I'm glad you asked. Um, First of all, we have to understand that our tomorrow starts today. How we prepare today will definitely affect our tomorrow. How so? Give you a couple of examples. Just say, for instance, gas. When you wake up in the morning, you know you need gas. Today you know you're going to need gas for tomorrow. But you're like, I'll just do it in the morning. Well, when you wake up in the morning, first of all, you having to stop and get gas is far from your mind. All you're focused on is all that you have to do. All you're focused on is all you have to do this morning before I leave for work or school. Right? Are we standing in agreement to that? Okay. So now that we're standing in agreement to that, if you don't remember that you have to get gas, if you won, it take you 30 minutes to get to work and you leave, it take you 30 minutes to get to work and you leave where you only have like, so if you have to be at work at 8:30 and you leave your house at 8 o'clock or 8 or 7:55 and it take you 30 minutes to work, take you 30 minutes to get to work, how much grace are you giving yourself? You're gonna be flying to get to work, running people over, cussing people out because you didn't give yourself enough time. So when you get in your car, because you didn't remember that you have to get gas today, guess what? As soon as you get in your car, you just so happen to you just so happen to see how much gas you have or don't have to get to work, or that your gas light pop on and make that ding ding sound. As soon as you pull out from your house or your apartment, you like, dang, I forgot I need gas. Well, guess what? If you would have got gas the day before, you wouldn't have to waste that time getting gas, and that won't be something that won't be something to add to your stress. My point is, your tomorrow starts today. But a lot of us, we start our tomorrow. Why don't you get gas today for your tomorrow? Why don't you make lunch tonight for your lunch tomorrow? Instead of having to lose that time, tomorrow getting gas or making your lunch, you can actually gain time that you're going to spend tomorrow doing by you just simply doing it today. Why are we getting prepared? Why are we starting our tomorrow when we should start it today? That gives us more time to do whatever else we want to do in the morning, or that gives us a little extra time to be at peace, to minimize that stress that we normally have every single day. And that's by doing it today instead of doing it tomorrow, knowing tomorrow we're going to have to do it tomorrow. And if we do it today, then we don't have to worry about doing it tomorrow. So my goal is to help you find balance in your everyday life. Have you noticed Are you one that says, huh? Uh-huh. Have you noticed a lot of us 9 to 5ers, we get caught up with just going to work every single day? And let me put it to you like this here. So as a child, we were super creative. When we were kids, we were super creative. We had imagination out this world. When we were little, we knew what we wanted to be when we grew up. We were so creative and imaginative to a point where we could literally, we would have imagination. We would have imagination of what we wanted to do, and we would act it out as we were playing. We could see ourselves doing it in such a way we could act it out. We could see ourselves doing that in the future. We could act it out. You're fine. We could act it out. We could act it out today. Well, if I was to ask you, do you consider yourself creative? You would say no. But if you were creative as a child, because one of the characteristics we got from God, he said, let us create man in our own image. One of the characteristics that we got from God was creativity. You looking for your ball? You looking for your ball? So, if one of our traits that we got from God is our creativity. Now, our creativity may not look like someone else's. Why? Because he created each and every one of us for a specific thing, to do a specific work, for a specific purpose. So based on the works and what he has created us to do, that creativity has everything to do with what he created us to do. So because God created you to do something different than me, my creativity is not going to look like yours. Your creativity is not going to look like mine. But what happens is we compare our creativity to someone else's, and because it looks so attractive, we start to say, oh, I'm not a creative person. And then we say that so much so that we start to believe that, and it's a lie. Our creativity just don't look like someone else's. So when we get older, I ask you, do you consider yourself creative? What would you say? No, I'm not creative at all. And that's not true. It's not true at all. So what happens is, when we were kids, we knew what we wanted to do when we grew up, but now we've become we have responsibilities now. When we were kids, we didn't have responsibilities. So when it came down to us imagining and seeing what we wanted to do when we grew up, now we don't see those things anymore. All we know are the responsibilities that we have to do every single day. And because we have to do those responsibilities every single day, we don't have time to, why you shoot my feet? I have on socks, you're going to get my socks wet. Yes, it is. So because we have daily responsibilities, shoot, we don't have time to imagine. We don't have time to wish on something that it's too late at this point in our lives, and it's a lie. The devil wants us to believe that. He come to steal, kill, and destroy, and he want to steal the destiny that God has prepared in advance for us. He wants to steal our future, the future life that God created us to have. Because God planned for our lives is to give us a hope in the future. But if the devil can come into our lives and lead us to believe that we don't have a better future, we don't have a better life that's waiting for us, that we can actually start living now, or at least start creating now, to where in the future we can walk into that future. If he can steal that, if he can kill that, if he can destroy that, guess what he's going to do? He's going to do that, because every good thing comes from God. So when it comes down to a better future, living a better life, that comes from God. So if the devil can lead us to believe different, he's going to do that. So for a lot of us, we've allowed the devil to come into our lives and get us to believe different from what God is saying when he says, "For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you, not to harm you, but plans to bring you hope in the future." So one way to kill that is is the daily hustle and bustle of life. We don't have time to believe that there is a better future or a better life for us. We don't have time to spend imagining or operating in that creativity that we had when we were kids. Why? Because now we have bills. And we've become overwhelmed with our responsibilities. But guess what? When we have a routine, when we create that routine, we structure that routine, we organize that routine, then we'll find balance in our everyday life. And when we can find balance in our lives, we'll be able to look and know in our everyday routine, in our everyday schedule, where we actually have time to spend in our creative state or in our creativity. We'll know where in our everyday life we'll be able to invest that 30 minutes into creating that future. That hour that we have to do that thing we must do every single day that's going to help us achieve our goals. If I was to ask you when it comes down to you got that bang. It stopped. So if I was to ask you, why are you looking forward to a vacation? So you can get away from the hustle and bustle of life, right? Hey, Josiah, you hear that? My man got that bang, you hear me? Just imagine being in his car, hearing that. You would say to get away from the hustle and bustle of life, right? Well, nothing wrong with taking vacations, but can you afford a vacation, for one? Do you think you deserve a vacation? Do you believe you can actually take one? Well, that comes with planning, right? If you don't have the money to drop out on a vacation at one time, guess what you have to do? You have to plan for that, right? If it's going to take you $2,000 for you to have a good vacation, to go wherever it is you want to go, you have to plan for it. What does that look like? Well, I have to know how much I have to know how much it's going to cost. I have to know how much my bills are, basically what's going out and how much is coming in. I have to know how much I need to put back each week so I'll be able to afford the vacation. It comes with planning, it comes with awareness, it comes with knowing what you have to do. So when it comes down to a routine, we have to know exactly what we have to do every single day to be able to achieve the goals that we're planning to achieve. But we have to know what that looks like. So when it comes down to a routine, having a routine that serves us, constructing that routine to where whatever that daily task is we must do every single day, we have to know in that schedule or in our routine where we can focus in on doing that task and how much time we actually have to to do that thing to where we will be able to achieve that, if that's making sense. But guess what? We have to know our routine. We have to create that routine that we have every single day to where we know all that we need to do, and also we all know what part of our day and how much time in that time window we actually have to do that. So people say work-life balance. A routine creates that work-life balance. So what I'm putting together for you all is is a tool that's going to help you create your routine, construct your routine that's going to give you that work-life balance. Are you struggling with work-life balance? How so? And why are you struggling with creating that that work-life balance in your everyday life? I'm gonna tell you a way to do it. Organization, structure, organization and structure in your everyday life will give you balance. Organization, knowing all that you have to do in your everyday life and prioritizing, putting them in this proper place. Structure, creating time windows and knowing how long it takes for you to do each one of those tasks. And by you knowing what that is and actually being able to execute, it will give you balance every day. So what is that balance going to do? It's going to eliminate a lot of your stress every day. It's going to minimize it. Uh-huh. So your organization and structure will will give you balance in everyday life. All right. Hey, we're gonna have to get you a regular football. So although I'm not in the pool, I can still throw the ball to you. You can still play catch. So yeah, but anyway, that's what I have. I was only planning on being on here for like 30 minutes, but obviously God thought it was appropriate to gift me with with the with the love for talking. Um, Obviously, I didn't have anything specific to speak about today. It was more so of me um, learning you, getting to know you, find out what some of your basic needs that you sometimes lack. So I'll not only get to know you, but I'll also be able to know what how I can how I can be a blessing to you. That's basically what this live was about. But um, today, today, with you guys who have tuned in, you're not up for engaging in conversation with me right now. That's fine because you don't really know me like that. But um, in my in, in my goal and process in building that community, you will get to know me more. You'll get to know my heart, and that's key when it comes down to trust. I can't buy your trust, but you just never know. One day I might come on here and be like, you know what, I want to buy somebody lunch today, and that was actually one of my goals today was to pay for your lunch. But um, but you guys didn't give me an opportunity to do so. I don't want to come on here, hey, I want to buy somebody lunch just to pull you in, just to, you know, I didn't want to come on here and be like, hey, I wanna pay for somebody lunch today because then you coming on here and rocking with me right now, that would that would be like the only reason why you're here is because I'm going to do something for you. I want I want genuine people in my circle, in my community. I want sincere people in my circle, in my community. I want people whose heart is in the right place in my community, in my circle, and not saying that you're not one of them, but there are because the heartbeat to this community will um, will be to serve and help one another. I want to make sure I'm bringing the right people in, and if I'm coming on here every time like, hey, I have a shiny carrot or I have something, um, for you, then I will be I will not only be attracting good-hearted people who are in need, but I'm also attracting stragglers who is only here to see how they can benefit, can see how they what they can get out of the people in our community who's who's genuinely and sincerely here to help and be there for one another. I need the stragglers out. So it's about being willing to help, serve, and assist in any way that God has permitted us to do so, and to be able to do it in a heartfelt way. Not to say, oh, this is what I did, or not to do it just to, this is, you know, this is what I did for you, and it's like now you're holding that over our heads. Remember what I did for you. Like I don't, I'm not looking to attract those type of individuals in my circle or in our community. So randomly, I might, as we're talking, I might be like, hey, drop your cash out in real quick. I want to be able to bless you with a lunch real quick. I want to pay for your lunch right now, or I wanna, pay for your dinner. You know what I mean, or any old thing. I want to be able to do that, and knowing that I'm truly blessing someone who can use it, who need a break, and you may not even need it, but it's good for. Although I can do it for myself, it's good to know that I have a genuine hearted person that who's willing to to bless me in some way or another. Huh? No sé. Hey, I'll text her, but if she don't come soon, you're gonna have to get out because I got things I have to do at home. I gotta do the restrooms and I gotta cook dinner and hopefully we can go and get some dessert in a little bit. So yeah, that's where my heart is. So but yeah, I just wanted to get to know you guys and get to know a little bit about you because uh, because again, what God is going to do with this ministry is going to be crazy.
King Kong.
I'm gonna start charging your fee whenever I gotta get up. But yeah, so what God is going to do with this ministry is going to be something special. I don't know how great or small it's going to be, which that's not my concern. I just want to, I just want to be, I just want to make sure that my heart is always in the right place. I want to make sure that I'm doing exactly with this ministry that God has entrusted me with. Doing it that's pleasing to him and uh-huh, that serves you in the manner that God know what your needs are to make sure your needs are being met and for you to know that it is because of God know what your needs are because God know what your needs are and he's using me as a vessel to to provide or to provide or supply those needs in whatever area in your life that He need me to do so. Because I don't know you personally, so I don't know. I couldn't possibly know what you need, especially when you guys don't. When you don't feel comfortable with opening up, which is fine. But He know what your needs are, and as He send me, He'll be able to meet your needs through me, and for you to know that it is from Him, not me. So you'll know I couldn't possibly know what you needed to hear in that moment, but just so happened I was able to speak to that, and you'll know it's coming from Him and not me, because you are in a tough time in your season of life right now. I couldn't possibly know how I could be a help or assistance, but somehow I was able to. So you'll know that He is with you and He got you, because I couldn't possibly know. So you'll know it is Him that is there with you, and it is Him that's for you. He's just using me to let you know that He hear you. He's just using me to let you know that He cares. He's just using me to let you know that He feels you. So you'll know that if you go to Him, He will always be there, and He is there with you, and He will help you get through it. But only if you allow Him to come into your life to be that for you. And it's not about what He can do for you, because oftentimes we come to Him specifically to get whatever that need is, but you'll know who He is as a person, and you'll go to Him for who He is, and that'll be your heart posture. And as he chooses to do and bless you, then that would be that would be that would be that will come as you are walking with him, if that makes sense. So that's what this is about. So however he's going to build this community in the direction that he's going to take it, that's his prerogative. I just want to make sure that I am doing it to a level that's pleasing to him and that also serves you in specific ways that you need to be served, but not for my kingdom or to build me up or to say, oh, this is what I'm doing. It's strictly so you'll know that it is all him. So anyway, I'm about to shut this down. Again, I just wanted to come on here to get to know some of you guys a bit. And so we can begin building relationship, growing out our community, knowing one another, growing with one another. Because at the beginning and ending of reality, your struggles are my struggles. So until we meet again, you guys take care and know that Jesus is always with you. He never leaves us because his promise is, I will never leave nor forsaken you. He never leaves us. We leave him. So just every single day choose Christ and choose his way and choose the life he created you to have in him and be willing to take that walk in the park with him. All right? Until we speak again, until we meet again, I love you guys. Stay blessed. Peace.